It's fascinating how a single player can simultaneously captivate and frustrate fans. Travis Kelce's a prime example, with opinions about him running the scope from admiration to disdain. Some see him as immature and self-absorbed, partly due to his early career antics. Kelce has had a share of heated arguments with referees, and his over-the-top celebrations occasionally landed his team in hot water. His aggressive on-field style and penchant for trash-talking further add to the controversy. And since he plays for the Kansas City Chiefs, a team that's easy to root against for some, the dislike only intensifies. But the disdain for Kelce reached new heights when he started dating pop superstar Taylor Swift. For many football fans, the constant media focus on the celebrity couple during games became a major annoyance. Imagine tuning in to watch your favorite team, only to have the camera constantly cut away to a pop star. Frustrating, right? And who gets the brunt of that frustration? Kelce. While Kelce's larger-than-life persona and high-profile relationship have sparked criticism, Joe Burrow's calm and collected demeanor, paired with his underdog story, has made him a fan favorite in the NFL. Joe Burrow has quickly become one of the most likable players in the NFL, and it's easy to see why. Burrow exudes a level of cool that's hard to match, whether it's his iconic cigar celebrations, his laid-back attitude, or the slow-motion highlight reels that seem to capture his every move. His close connection with college teammate and star receiver Jamar Chase only adds to his charisma. It's no wonder Joe Cool fits him so perfectly. What makes Burrow even more appealing is his underdog status. Despite his immense talent, he hasn't yet reached the pinnacle of NFL success, making him the high-level underdog that fans love to cheer for. With the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes looking like the next NFL dynasty, Burrow's become the poster child for fans craving something new. Sports fans love to root for the underdog, and Burrow embodies the spirit perfectly. If he eventually wins a Super Bowl or two, the narrative might shift, but for now, Burrow is adored, well-supported, and undeniably cool. Colin Kaepernick's story is unique because he isn't hated for arrogance, poor performance, or legal troubles. No, the reason he polarizes fans is due to his activism, something that might seem unexpected in the context of sports. It all began before a 2016 preseason NFL game, when Kaepernick chose to sit rather than stand during the playing of the Star-Spangled Banner. When asked why, he explained that his actions were a protest against systemic oppression, particularly the injustices that led to the Black Lives Matter movement. He stated, "I'm not going to stand up to show pride in a flag for a country that oppresses black people and people of color. To me, this is bigger than football, and it would be selfish on my part to look the other way. There are bodies in the street and people getting paid leave and getting away with murder." This stance sparked fierce debate. While he gained support from many within the black community and beyond, he was also voted the most disliked player in a 2016 NFL fan poll. His actions not only sparked fan outrage, but also put him at odds with NFL team owners and executives, leading to speculation that his free agency status was a direct result of his protest. The impact of Kaepernick's protest was felt far beyond the football field, as it contributed to a broader conversation about race, police brutality, and the role of athletes in social activism. Although his message gained renewed attention during the George Floyd protests in 2020, Kaepernick remains unsigned by any professional football team, leaving an ongoing dialogue that continues to evoke strong emotions among fans. No list of hated NFL players is complete without Vontaze Burfict. It's hard to find a fan who actually likes him, and for good reason. Burfict's reckless behavior and overly aggressive style of play weren't just unsportsmanlike, they were dangerous. Despite his talent as a linebacker, his on-field actions often overshadowed his abilities. He wasn't just disliked, he was loathed to the point where some fans openly wished for career-ending injuries to come his way. Yes, it was that deep. Burfict's career was littered with late hits and dangerous tackles, leading to a mountain of fines that nearly outpaced his earnings. His conduct was so egregious that NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell had to suspend him for the entire 2019 season due to repeated violations of player safety rules. Burfict's blatant disregard for the health and safety of others made him a thorn in the league, with some fans even arguing that he doesn't deserve to be remembered as an NFL player at all, more of a scourge on the sport. Perhaps the most infamous moment of Burfict's career was his cheap shot on Antonio Brown, a hit so vicious that some say it changed Brown's personality. This wasn't just a dirty play, it was a cowardly act, a dangerous free shot at a defenseless player, and NFL fans don't take kindly to that kind of behavior. In the end, Burfict had no one but himself to blame for his reputation as a gridiron beast. Despite his talent, the risk of negative publicity and potential fines outweighed his on-field contributions, ultimately making him too toxic for teams to handle. While Burfict's aggression made him a villain in the eyes of many, J.J. Watt is the polar opposite. He's built a reputation as a fan favorite both on and off the field. Justin James Watt was a phenomenal player, known for his incredible skills and clutch performances on the field. But that's not the only reason football fans love him. Watt is also the president and founder of the Justin J. Watt Foundation, a charity that provides after-school opportunities for kids in various communities, helping them get involved in athletics in a safe environment. Since its launch in 2010, the foundation has raised over $1 million, benefiting schools not just in Texas and Wisconsin, but also in Alabama, Illinois, and California. Watt's impact off the field doesn't stop there. In 2011, he forged a heartfelt connection with the Berry family, victims of a tragic accident that claimed the parents' lives and left the children severely injured. Watt formed a bond with the kids, even playing wheelchair basketball with them and mimicking wheelchair movements as a celebration on the field. His most notable act of philanthropy came in the wake of Hurricane Harvey, where he raised over $37 million to help Houston recover, including a $100,000 donation from his own pocket. Seriously, how can you hate this guy? Watt's relentless philanthropy has made him a beloved figure among fans, while other players like Kellen Winslow Jr. have taken a much darker path. On the surface, Kellen Winslow Jr. seemed to have it all. A brash Pro Bowl tight end, multi-millionaire, husband, father, and the son of football royalty. But to understand why NFL fans despise him, you have to look beyond the glamour. Beneath the power and privilege lies a darker truth, one marred by years of sexual deviance and unchecked antisocial behavior. Kellen Winslow Jr. isn't just a former NFL player, he's a convicted rapist. Throughout his high school, college, and NFL career, teammates knew to tread lightly around Winslow. His on-field talent often overshadowed his off-field conduct, largely excused because of his famous father, a legendary NFL wide receiver, and his impressive number 6 overall draft pick in 2004. However, Winslow's football achievements are far from what shaped his legacy. Instead, his reputation was irrevocably marred by a pattern of criminal behavior. He was a serial rapist who assaulted at least 4 women starting in 2003, and in 2021, he was sentenced to 14 years in prison. For many, this sentence felt too lenient, only amplifying the anger and disgust directed at him. Winslow's actions were a stark reminder of how far some players can fall from grace. Justin Tucker is celebrated as one of the greatest kickers in NFL history. Joining the Ravens as an undrafted free agent in 2012, Tucker once held a record for the highest career field goal percentage at a remarkable 90.2%. Though recently surpassed by Younghoe Koo, Tucker's legacy remains unmatched. His 66-yard game winner against the Detroit Lions in 2021 stands as the longest successful kick in NFL history. If there were a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar of kicking, it would undoubtedly be Tucker. But Tucker's appeal goes beyond his impressive stats. He's deeply committed to the Baltimore community, where his presence off the field is just as impactful. After a tragic mass shooting at a local homecoming party left 2 people dead and 28 injured, Ravens coach John Harbaugh and the team's staff organized a food truck event to uplift the affected area. Tucker, who lives in Baltimore year-round, was among those who showed up to support. Tucker's involvement reflects his genuine care for the community. He said, "Anytime there's something like that going on in the city and you hear about it, and if any of us can just be the reason for one kid having a smile on their face, that wasn't something I was ever going to pass up." This blend of on-field excellence and off-field compassion is why NFL fans hold Tucker in such high regard. Larry Johnson spent much of his NFL career as a polarizing figure, clashing with fans, coaches, and even NFL leadership. Before he even had a chance to carry the ball in the league, trade rumors were swirling due to his strained relationship with the then Kansas City coach Dick Vermeil. Johnson's reputation only became more contentious as his career progressed, with multiple team suspensions, an NFL suspension, and headlines for using a gay slur on Twitter and publicly criticizing fans over money. But his controversial behavior didn't stop there. In 2007, Johnson threatened to hold out of training camp unless the Chiefs gave him the biggest contract in team history, which he eventually secured. Off the field, Johnson's issues were even more troubling, with repeated domestic violence charges, including allegations of waving a gun at his girlfriend. With such a long list of controversies, it's no surprise that many NFL fans find it hard to like him. Justin Jefferson represents the complete opposite, a player who has captured the hearts of fans with his talent and character. Everyone knows that Justin Jefferson is one of the best, if not the best, wide receivers in the NFL. But not everyone knew how incredibly cool the man called Jets was, until Netflix's documentary Receiver unveiled the superstar to the world. When the Vikings selected Jefferson with the 22nd overall pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, there was a lot of buzz, especially since the Philadelphia Eagles had surprisingly chosen Jalen Reagor over him. Once that controversy died down, the focus shifted to whether Jefferson could be more than just a slot receiver at the pro level. Jefferson quickly silenced the doubters, taking the league by storm with a 1,400-yard rookie season. His breakout performance came in Week 3 against the Tennessee Titans, where he hit the gritty after his first touchdown reception, signaling the start of his meteoric rise. Since then, he's racked up at least 1,000 receiving yards in each of his first 4 seasons, including becoming just the 3rd receiver in NFL history to gain 1,000 yards while playing in 10 or fewer games during a season. The debut of receiver showcased Jefferson's calm, confident, and genuinely likable personality. Fans were quick to embrace him, with many praising his humility and approachability. His confidence never crosses into arrogance, making him an endearing figure in the league. Jefferson's meteoric rise to stardom and charming personality stand in stark contrast to the more complex public image of the Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce. So, who are your favorite or least favorite players? Do you agree with our list, or is there someone you think deserves a spot? We'd love to hear your thoughts, so drop them in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the NFL's most loved and hated players, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content. Also, be sure to check out our next video on Easy's Football Fever. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.